What's up, guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Bloodborne. In the previous episode, we beat Rom, and now we get to move on to some new areas. But in these new areas, the area we're going is the worst area in all of Bloodborne, in my opinion. So we need to prepare for that. So unfortunately, we are going to have to lose our more echoes and our max vials up 3, because we are going to add slow poison resist, and we are going to... I could do the physical damage reduction 3, actually, because I kind of want the vials, because we kind of need them. So actually, yeah, unfortunately, I think I might do the physical damage. And we're going to add frenzy resist. So add frenzy resist and add slow poison resist. And then also, at a point in this next area, in 2 different points, we're going to be using 2 different armor sets. We'll get there, but we're going to be using the white church hat, or the white church stuff, and the gray wolf cap stuff. So we will be using that at some point, but there's no place over there. I meant to go here, and we are going to go to Yharnam, the unseen village. You can see we got some frenzy out of putting that on, I guess. I don't know, because we got more resist, maybe, is why. But so we'll take more physical damage, but we can see these amygdalas now, is what these big things are called. But we are not actually going that way. What we're actually doing is going to an area that we've had the ability to go to for a while, but I put off for just a little bit. And I'm not excited to go there. We also need to get our toolbar. Okay, so we have... Perfect. So let's just go ahead and we change these 2 around. If I put these as sedatives, can that just turn around and it'll just swap them? No, it didn't. We'll put the bolt paper at the end. There we go. So yeah, we are going to be using sedatives and antidotes pretty heavily in this upcoming area. So, if you remember, we got a item, I think it's in the key items, right? This tonsil stone, a lattice deformed rock, right? If you go here, it says, appears useless. Step lightly around the great cathedral and seek an ancient shrouded church. The gift of the godhead will grant you strength. So, we want to come here. I think this is actually just where we spawn at. I think we actually want to go over there. I haven't done this for a while, so we want to stand here. And as you can see, we get grabbed.
Oh, amygdala. Oh, amygdala. Have mercy on the poor bastard.
And as you can see, we are getting transported somewhere. It's kind of like getting grabbed by the bad guys. I couldn't think of their names. I was trying to think of their names, but oh well. So we'll get to this lecture hall building, and in the lecture hall building, we're actually pretty fine. But as you can see, there's somebody in this door over here. So you can go ahead.
What a joy it is to behold the divine. It must be such a pleasure. You're in my debt, you know. You're nigh on a beast of the field. But here you are, treading a measure with the gods.
All right.
Are your feet as fat as your wits? Oh, cease this dithering. Take the plunge. Throw yourself to the wolves.
Oh, we're going to.
Are your feet...
And there we go. So that guy is Patches. Apparently he has cameos in a bunch of Souls games. I wouldn't know. I have only played really Bloodborne, so... But we're in this lecture hall area now. So I don't know this area that well. This actually isn't the area that is terrible. but it connects to the terrible area. We got these people that fall down on us. We got like a little lecture area. This looks like a hunter. Get the lecture theater key. Get the student uniform. Cool, cool. Keep on going out and around. So that's the door we're eventually going to go through. But I gotta figure out how to get up to, like, there's a second floor here I think that we want to go to, I believe. But we will come back here eventually, and it does connect. But you can come here early, and I always figure you might as well go places as soon as you can. And then we also got to show off how the tonsil stone works, so I don't know if we get that out of our inventory now that we've gone this way, but yeah, so we're gonna be, I have probably the least experience with this area and the area that this connects to. It's probably my least experienced areas in this game. Here's another door. Can we go in this one? Okay, lecture. There we go. So it's that we need the key for this. Lecture theater key, and as you can see, there's a ton of these guys. They throw some magic or whatever at us, some goop. I think it is considered arcane damage. So they can throw stuff at you. I think they can like vomit too. And they can gang up on you. Hit you like that. It's real fun. They are rather slow moving though. I didn't know they could reach like that. Their long ass arms. These guys look kind of like, oh, that guy's still alive. Okay. Fuck you. Thought I hit you. Throw a bunch of goop at us, disgusting things that they are. And there we go. We killed them all. Get some quicksilver bullets from them though, so that's nice. You can kind of farm them. I think there's a way that you get to a lantern that's somewhat close, and you can kind of just go in this doorway over here that we're gonna go into. I just wanted to make sure we got everything. But you can go into this doorway over here. I think you can break these chairs and stuff too, so make it a little bit easier to fight them. Yeah, you can go in there. They also like to hang on the ceilings. That one kind of fell on us, so be careful of that. I don't know exactly where they all are, but there could be some traps. We can open this chest. Get the auger of Abretus. You can use that to, it's the tentacles that I don't know if we've actually, any of the hunters have thrown them at us. I think Yosefka might have, but it's the little tentacle arms that come out. You can actually use it to parry. You can use it to also backstab enemies. So, yeah. So this is the first floor. I'm pretty sure you can get back behind patches here at some point. But I think you have to get to the second floor for that. And the second floor is where we will be later, so you can go to the second floor later. But yeah, once you open that door up, you can come from this hunter's dream, or hunter's lamp, excuse me. You can come from the lamp, go here, aggro everybody, and you can be like, okay, come get me when you're over here, and just, you know, fuck people up. But this is just the intro area. We didn't put, all the stuff we put on had nothing to do with any of this area. It's actually going to be through this door over here where we're gonna face the worst area in Bloodborne, in my opinion. Just make sure we don't miss anything. Like I said, we can come back. I don't think we can make it out. Oh, we can make it in this door. Never mind. I think there's something that like hangs above us here. Yeah. What's up, dude? Fuck you. It's like, I know that we get ambushed somewhere. Get a madman's knowledge. And another madman's knowledge. Cool. This place is all full of madmen. So, anyway, that is the first floor of the lecture hall. You can get the auger of Abretus and all that fun stuff here. But then we gotta open the door to the outside, and like I said, this is the worst area in all of Bloodborne. I don't know how this is gonna go for me. I hope it goes all right, but I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't. So we are now at the Nightmare Frontier. This place sucks. There's poison. There's... Before we get to the poison, I actually want Molotovs. But there's poison, there's shitty beasts to fight. Oh, hey, what's up? But it does have a lot of these guys where you can get bloodstone shards, twin bloodstone shards. I don't know if you can get any chunks, but it does have a lot of the wandering nightmares, I believe they're called. But the reason we're here is there's an optional boss. So that's what, unfortunately, we are doing here. So let's get this guy. Give him a nice little visceral fuck you. But if we see any more of those wandering nightmares, I got my Molotovs because they're kind of easier to kill with Molotovs sometimes. But there's also some bigger ones that will actually attack you in this area. Like I said, this outside kind of beginning area isn't that bad, but then you get to like a poison lake and a poison river. And it's just full of bullshit, so... Not a place I enjoy going. That's the guy making noise, right? Not the wandering nightmare. Lose the wandering nightmare. So a trick I found out, or not found out, but that you can do for these, for the wandering nightmares, obviously you don't want to be quitting out all the time. It doesn't respawn the enemies because it just saves where you're at, so that's a good part. If you quit out. And like I said, on PS5 it's actually a bit better, but you can actually go back in and the wandering nightmares will come back. So it's not that big of a deal to have them run away. Charge attack appears to take those guys out, but yeah, you get ambushed by the other one if you try to come this way. But bloodstone shards, again, these are only regular bloodstone shards, so it's not the end of the world to miss them, but I also do not want to miss them. But yeah, as you can see, a whole poison area down there. We also will have 2 hunters to deal with once we kind of go over this bridge, so we're gonna go back. There was a little way to loop around backwards there, so I just kind of want to see where that goes. I don't remember, like I said, I don't remember this area completely. And here's one of the big ones. Give me some poison. Excuse me, voice catching my throat. Giving me some poison, but yeah, you get some twin bloodstone shards out of it. Yeah, you can fall down there into some poison. You can see a bunch of area. We'll be going there eventually. Alright, I think this just leads back up to, yep, the entrance there. I don't quite remember where this backwards way goes. Oh yeah, this is a shortcut eventually. But can't get it yet. I believe there's like a shortcut in the speedrun that they go there, or maybe it's a different elevator. There's a different shortcut that you can get by one of those elevators eventually. But there's an item over there that we'll have to end up going and getting. An item over there, but we will worry about all of that and as time comes. There's also an ambush in here where you get pushed off of a fucking ledge. We'll probably deal with that. So alright, come on down, hunters. So there's a guy with the axe. There we go, there he's coming. And then there's a guy with the threaded cane. And that's exactly what we didn't want to have happen. So now we're stuck down here. So that sucks. Got some. So we're gonna be okay. Putting our antidotes on, obviously, and I'd love to put this stuff on. And you also can't like walk fast when you're in here. There we go. So we're going to be putting our white church garb on, because we have now came here earlier than I wanted to because I wasn't paying enough attention and got hit. Alright, so you can see there is little areas that the poison is not here, so you can kind of sit back and relax. But I don't kind of remember where this area comes out to now, so now I will have to kind of orient myself to where I am. But yeah, you get slow poison, you can't run, and it just kind of sucks as a whole area. So and now I'm kind of stuck and don't really remember where I am, so that kind of sucks. We got 2 of them that are here, which is pretty good. Kind of wait for these guys to come over. You can also be like kind of dashing R1s to, or L1s to kind of get close a distance. And they do a decent amount of damage. Apparently that thing's not dead. I thought it was dead, but I guess not. So is any of this like solid ground? No. We got a thick cold blood, we gotta clear that out. But is any of this ground that we can actually walk on? Nope, apparently not. What do we have over there? Alright, so we are going to quit out again. Like I said, this is one of the most annoying areas. We already have fallen down here. When you go on that bridge, you want to kind of make sure you kind of lead them on the bridge and then kind of dash back those hunters that we fought. So now we got to work our way back around. But this is why I put all of the stuff on early, because I figured there was a good chance that I would fall into the poison early. Get some twin bloodstone shards. We missed the other one. That's not a big deal. We're just gonna kind of continue on because we don't really have. I'm not trying to spend the entire episode down in the river part of this. But here's where we need to get our sedatives on, because we need to kill this thing as quick as possible and not get grabbed, but we actually probably might have just died. And then hit your sedative as quick as possible so you don't die, because they have frenzy, they get quicksilver bullets, and that sucks. So basically we came all the way back here for this messenger's gift. and that was about it. So we didn't do a whole lot, actually, of this area. So it might be a good idea to go replenish your vials and such. So we are going to one more time quit out, just because I want to get that last Wandering Nightmare. But yeah, so those Winter Lanterns are what they're called. They give you the Frenzy, but since we have the Frenzy Resist on, we actually were pretty alright there, I think. We would have wanted to put the Ashen Wolf gear on to make sure that we don't get as much Frenzy, because it adds, I think, another 20 Frenzy on, which in the grand scheme of things isn't a ton. There we go, let's throw the Molotov at it. Get the Bloodstone Shards. So yeah, so we came down through this area, which is nice, because as long as we actually, we're not going to reload, because in case, unless we absolutely have to, for healing purposes, because, oh, there's another one. Cool, we got it. Because as long as if we get back down into that river, I forgot about that. It's a good idea to, if you're not in the river, to only go in there like once, if you can avoid it. Like obviously there'll be more poison and such down here. Get some Bloodstone Shards. Well, we got a rock thrown at us by somebody. But now we are, we know if we need to go in that river, we don't have to go that way anymore, so... the rock throwing guys are terrible. Like I said, this whole area just sucks. So... we can come back. We're not going to be in there for a little bit. So let's just put the Grey Wolf stuff on, because I think it also has better poison. Oh, Ashen Hunter. So yeah, if we go there, and then if we tried to put on like Hunter Hat, yeah, we have less poison resist. So it's not going to give us a huge boost, but we do have up to 222 and 300 Frenzy resist, and still a decent amount of other types of damage resist. So, alright, we're just going to have to go back through and fight our way through again. Take that guy out. Then you go up here, get that lead elixir. So where is the... wolf guy we fought? Is he farther down? Yes, he's this drop. So my only problem is I don't know exactly where I dropped down now, or where exactly I fell from. So finding my echoes is going to be rather difficult. But Fire Blood Gemstone, that's not bad. So this, like I said, this area is atrocious. That is where we went down, so we don't need to go that area. And then it comes back down around, so this is where the hunters were. I think we went down that area. There he is. So you kind of want to go this way because you have more protection from falling off once you're back here. There you go. So we got that guy. But we kind of swing faster than these guys, so you can kind of like stun lock them. There we go. So that worked out. Get some lead elixir. Get another lead elixir. Heal up. So I'm kind of just lost on where we fell down, right? So we fell down this way, and I believe we went through there. So then if we would have came back through, it would have been over to here, correct? Or not. Again, I guess I just don't know where I came out. Okay. Got him. Tempering blood gemstone. Get blood vials. I do appreciate that. Apparently I didn't kill him, but okay. There we go. Kill that giant guy. There's another giant guy up here. I don't even know how to get to him. Okay, as I say, you can still get rocks thrown at you, so that's great. And that guy can jump at me, okay. So let's just try to get some more health back that way. Can drop down in there. I don't think that's where I got killed. I don't really know where I got killed, if I'm being honest. Get a bloodstone shard. How can I get to that guy? Up around this way. And that's what they're hoping for. And that's why those guys suck too. They can hit you with rocks. Okay, they can fall down that way. Fuck you. Was I down there? I don't believe so. So what's up here? I don't know this area. As well as I should. So it's a wandering nightmare up here, twin bloodstone shards. I actually don't think you get bloodstone rocks here at all. But this isn't going to be the most educating of episodes or anything. Not that you're coming to me for education, but I actually think... Isn't there a winter lantern over here? This place reminds me of a place where there's another Winter Lantern. So that's where the ambush is. If you go down there, you obviously follow those coins and such. Okay, there's my echoes. So at least I found those. And I should go get those. Clockwise metamorphosis. I think I've been down there because it looks like bodies that I got. Yeah, like I said, I get super turned around in this area. But as long as I take out all the enemies, it's really not that big of a deal. There's another lantern. Yeah, I get turned around in these areas. This and the Forbidden Woods are my two areas where I get the most turned around, and Yharnam. I'll give you that too. Yharnam gets me. Now is this around here where a Winter Lantern is? Because that's where I knocked the guy down. There's my echoes. I guess we go down here. Is this a non-poison area with these guys? Okay. Get some thick cold bloods, I guess. Frenzied cold bloods. Damn. Like I said, there's a way down. Always being careful for Rock Boy. Where did the other rock guy go? I want to go take him out first. Let's get our antidotes on now, because we're getting to a poison area. That's not where I came from. I think this must have been where I came around from. We can't really go back there now. There's Rock Boy, and there's my echoes. That's what I really care about. Getting my echoes back. Get some antidotes. That guy's not on me yet. I don't know how I get to that guy. But there we go, we got that. Now he is. There we go, let's get past that guy. Get that antidote. Get this healing. Let's see what's back here. There we go, that's what I was thinking of. Because if you go down there, I think there's a wandering nightmare. Alright, let's let her wander over here as much as possible. Or see if she turns around. I don't know why I say she. I think they might be female. I have no idea. There we go. Looks like the L1's kind of... Let me get our sedative. Quicksilver bullets. Can't really go anywhere there. There we go. There's our boy. No way. Fuck you. I spent all that time trying to, and they respawn too. I spent all that time. I thought those were the only two, though. I spent all of that time. And I don't even know how to get back to where I was now. Damn. There we go. Charged R2s at least beat these things in one. But damn, man. All that for a wandering nightmare to knock me off. Very sad boy I am. I think that's where I went through. Alright, it appears that we kind of stagger them with that. Now where did this go to again? All that just for regular bloodstone shards. Okay, a cold blood flower bud. Maybe we can run up that, but we can't. I said there's no way that that hit me, but I guess it did. Go up around this guy. Alright, oh, we missed something back here. Okay. I'm just trying to kill everything so that we can eventually make it to an area and we can just kind of look around, you know what I mean? Like, eventually we just have... Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Kill that guy. I don't know if we'd been back there either. So that works out. Again, this is definitely gonna be a terrible video, guys. I'm sad that we got all the way and beat the freaking winter nightmare, or winter lantern that gives us the nightmare or whatever. So just like an open area? Does it not, is there not like a path anywhere? I just come here for no reason. I mean, I think I cleared it out to go to other places, but damn, there's not like a path anywhere else. I swore I ran this way, but I get so flustered in this area, admittedly. Because, like, just getting poisoned and just having all this shit kind of just sucks, you know? So, like, I kind of lose my mind if I'm being honest. Oh, okay, no, up here. Oh yeah, this is a shortcut. And there's the where you get pushed down. I'm not really interested in that. I don't know how you get back around the other way, though. But I did fall down somewhere. I do have to fall down somewhere eventually and go across that big old gap. With all of the poison. So I just gotta find that area. If I go back around... Here we go. Where does this go to? Just kind of back around. I definitely don't want to fall down that way. Alright, we get some cold blood. Now, where is Rock Boy at? Perfect. Get ourselves an item there. Start rolling away. Alright, we have a good amount of blood vials and a decent amount of antidotes. So maybe we kind of go around this way and see what's all over there. There we go. I think this gets us to Rock Boy. Cool. So we got that Rock Boy out of here. We definitely missed a Wandering Nightmare. That's fine. Clear Deep Sea. What does Clear Deep Sea do for us? Oh, it gives us even more slow poison release. Or release, resistance. Okay, so that's where I actually want to go. So this cave, I think, is the one that leads all the way back to the Winter Lantern. This... I don't know where this leads to. Can we get here before we get slow poisoned? No. Of course not. Okay, so this leads us back around. You can just kind of run down this way then. I mean, I kind of just want to go get the ambush out of the way. Because once everything is dead, other than the winter nightmare, like, I mean, I have the potions. I have the ability to kind of deal with it, you know what I mean? I have the... Oh, we still never got our echoes back, though. Actually, yeah, no, we gotta go. We gotta go do that first. So let's go ahead and go do that. Still can't quite remember how we get down to the Poison Lake area. I think it's just here. Yeah. We're just gonna roll through. Because I was hoping I could like lock onto one of those and do the dash instead. There we go. Not the end of the world. Heal up. Get our antidote. And I think through here is where the Winter Nightmare was, right? Or the Winter Lantern. Yep. Let's get our sedative. Let's get her to kind of run over here as much as we can. So I don't think, because I think those eyes are technically like in the back of their head. Sedative. Do we have any Molly's bat left? No, we don't. Here's my thing, just run away. Oh, see, in that one I actually do want. It gives me a bloodstone chunk. Frenzied cold blood. So where are my echoes then? Madman's knowledge. That looks like it drops down into like the poison area. Get rid of that wandering nightmare. Where is it? I was wondering if my echoes maybe fell somewhere down here, but let's make sure we have sedatives. It looks like I'm not getting my echoes back. How does that work for me? I wonder if falling down here is actually... Yes. The end of that area. Okay, I don't think we need to go down there. The end of that, like, river where we saw the winter lantern. But I just want to know where my echoes are. I wonder if they could have gotten, like, transferred to one of those enemies down there. Because, like, otherwise, I don't see anywhere you can, like, fall to down there. So I wonder if one of those enemies somehow got my echoes. Because it'll go by enemies that you're close to or whatnot. So, I don't want to risk it and die. Because I really don't think there's anything else down here. But unless it's down here. You know, this is like the lowest point you can get to. I don't know where my echoes went. And that makes me sad. Nothing in over here. Oh, what's up, bro? I think I barely dodged that attack. Holy shit. Oh, and I probably should heal. Probably be a good idea, huh? Alright, so let's go here. Let's run off, and does this lead to where I thought it does? Where I think it does? I hope it does. Over here, right? Perfect. So we're at the Nightmare Frontier Lantern. This is where we're gonna end this episode. It's been 53 minutes of a fucking nightmare. I hate this place. We're not gonna reload or anything. We're gonna keep everything killed and see if we can kind of run through the area some more. It looks like there was one more rock throwing guy that we have to deal with, and then we might go try to get that winter lantern, because I mean, we got grabbed and we were still pretty alright. So yeah, I think we might just do that stuff to try to see if if my blood echoes went down there somehow. I don't know how that would happen, but just in case. But this is where we're gonna leave this episode off. The Nightmare Frontier fucking sucks. I hate this area, but we're doing it for the content, guys. For the love of the game, you know. So the next part, we will try to finish up Nightmare Frontier and get to the optional boss, and then be done with this place forever. The poison and all the bullshit. FromSoft always has to have a game or an area like this in their games, so I'm not mad at it, but I'm just a little bit mad at it. So there's that. But anyways, guys, in the next part, we'll take out the rest of the Nightmare Frontier and hopefully finish it. So until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.